Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the Football Zone. Today is going to be a very spicy one. We got the two hottest topics in the world: the FIFA World Cup predictions and the CR7 interview,
Yes, sir.
which we're going to be
Yep.
discussing.
Yep.
We're looking forward to this one.
This is gonna be my favorite episode. I can't wait.
Yeah, me
World
too.
Cup predictions. 4 days World Cup starts. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna
Yeah.
be amazing. I hate all the stuff people are saying. Oh, Qatar this, Qatar that.
Why?
Just watch the football, man. Enjoy the football. It's the World Cup. Stop worrying about politics. Stay in your lane.
It's not politics.
It's
Unpopular human rights is not politics. Racism is not politics. Like when
Okay,
Sancho
okay.
did the justice for George Floyd, and people they said don't bring politics. That's not politics.
But it goes under that umbrella.
No, racism and stuff. That's not politics. That's just basic human rights.
Okay. Alright.
Like
we're not gonna argue
I'm
about that.
fine with Sancho saying justice for George. I'm fine with that. He should do that. Everyone should do that.
Guys, get up here. He's racist.
no,
He's
but the-
racist.
I literally said the opposite. The Black Lives Matter as well. That's not politics.
Yeah.
On the back, that's not politics. That's human rights. Two different things.
That's fine. We don't,
Similar but different.
We're defeating the point. We shouldn't be talking about
Yeah.
this. We shouldn't.
Let's
be
get
talking
into the
about
World
this.
Cup
Yeah.
predictions. So we should start from each group. Group A. Yeah.
Firstly, we'll put the link that we used for the predictions down in the comment section or wherever it goes.
description.
And then description. And then you guys can do it and then link your predictions. If you disagree with anything or agree, let us know. And should we just go straight into it?
Yeah.
Alright,
You
come on
start
then.
with your group A. I go with my group A.
Okay, so Group A, I have in fourth place the hosts. They're not gonna have a good one.
No.
And then third place, Ecuador. Second place, Sadio Mane, Senegal. And in first place, Van Dijk's Holland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Ecuador fourth.
Okay.
Qatar third.
Uh-huh.
Only because they're the hosts.
Mm.
Netherlands second. Yeah. And Senegal first.
You know, I have a statistic Ryan just told me.
That's good.
Netherlands have
Ryan is our
created.
friend.
Ryan is our friend. He's Indonesian, but he identifies as Dutch, and you're allowed to do that in 2022, so we allow him. He said that Holland have created the most chances from open play in the past 50 games or something. of
That's
any
good. That's
country.
good. But they didn't. They
But
didn't beat Czech
I know.
Republic.
For me, it means nothing.
but
but
they
I
did.
still think Netherlands will win
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I just think it's gonna be
because
Senegal.
Koulibaly has not had the best season so far. Mendy doesn't even start for Chelsea anymore.
That's true.
And Mane, I mean, he's playing all right. Nothing compared to last season.
And his Bundesliga tax.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't like Bundesliga tax. That's the farmers of the farmers of the farmers.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
and Holland, they have a good Frankie De Jong. They have Van Dijk, and they have a much stronger squad. I would say, and it's Van Dijk's first World Cup,
Mm.
and I think Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar they got lucky with an easy group, man.
yeah,
But why'd you put Qatar third?
because they're the host.
But so host tax.
Yeah, but they have been kind of cheating the system, getting in players from other countries.
Really?
Yeah. They
shit.
did like a huge project
Mhm.
more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Where they brought in players from Africa and stuff,
Mhm.
and then they became Qatarian.
Is it?
Yeah.
But actually, that's a funny thing because have you seen all over Instagram all of the different fan zones that they've got going on where they have English fans, Spain
Yeah.
fans,
None of
Portugal
them are
fans.
from England.
They're all Qatari.
Yeah.
No, it said that they were hired fans from Pakistan and they're paying them 10 euros or £10 a day and free shelter and then 3 meals a day
Yeah.
to just go. Like I was there they aren't Spain. They aren't Spanish. They aren't from Spain.
Yeah, you can see it. It's not like the Brazilians. You can clearly see that
Yeah.
they're Indian.
Yeah. I mean, first they're trying to build up the atmosphere, but that's the wrong way to do it. Don't do that. But one thing I did notice was that the Danish fans, they were all actually Danish fans.
No. I watched the video, and there were some weird a Pakistani guys
With
just
Danish
waving the
flags?
Yeah, just waving the flags.
Oh,
They were
okay.
given the flags.
Because
Obviously.
what I saw was that all Danish fans have gone early and they're all there.
I don't
but
think a lot of Danish people travel to Qatar really.
I know a lot of people that are going already, already from my school. A lot
Yeah,
of people
from your
have gone.
school because they're not
Danish.
yeah,
international.
they're
Fair
from
enough, fair
other
enough.
England. Some of them are
Mm.
from Holland or
Yeah,
something.
true.
Wales. Something.
But yeah, it's gonna be funny just seeing Brazilian fans with full beard and Pakistani looking.
Yeah,
Not to be racist or anything.
you are yourself.
Yeah, my dad's gonna get annoyed at me for saying that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Let's go Group B.
before we go Group B, why the Ivory Coast shirt today? Why explain yourself? It's
Really?
a nice shirt, but
I like it. That's
yeah.
why.
So yeah,
No, first of all, they're not in the World Cup, so I wanted to put it on to be
Yeah.
a neutral supporter.
fair enough.
Second of all, I cheered for the Ivory Coast during the African Cup of Nations 2022. They didn't win, but I feel like they had the best team on paper.
Fair enough.
And I really like the shirt. It's a really, really cool shirt. I like the crest as well.
Yeah.
You have actually got the elephant with the ball inside of its trunk, like around it.
Yeah.
And then you've got the outline of the country is the badge itself.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
that's
the outline
really
of
cool.
the country is the badge. Normally you just have a round one or like a shape, but this is the badge is literally the outline of the country.
That's nice.
So it's a lot of symbolism, and I really liked it. And I picked Franck Kessié because he is the best one from Ivory Coast.
Yeah. And obviously you guys can see I'm not wearing a football shirt today. I'm wearing Central C merchandise because I was at his concert 2 days ago. And if you know me, you know that I got my shirt signed.
For the second time, got a famous person to sign his stuff.
The signature's really small.
This
really,
one,
really
this
small.
one was signed by KSI.
Yep, and now Central C right here, and it has its Live Yours, obviously. Here it has the still loading. I'm still repping the England Sanusi chain. Link in the description. Sponsor us. But yeah, so my England shirt is here and on the chair behind me.
This is not sponsored by anyone.
No sponsor.
Let's go over to Group B because
Group
we've
B.
been going for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to start with this one. I want to start from the top.
Okay.
I've got England first.
No arguments.
What do you mean? It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say USA.
No, but you're going to hate me because you are English, so you have to hate the USA because you're English. But I obviously have USA second.
That's fine. I got USA as well.
Good. Who else? I've got Wales third, Iran fourth. You too?
Spud. We got the same.
Because Gareth Bale just won the MLS Cup. He scored in the 108 and 28th minute.
He did.
And Kiefer Moore, balling.
Yeah.
He was really good at the Euros. He was so good for Wales.
And Wales have a history of doing well in European tournaments, especially after that 2016 one.
Euros,
I have a feeling that that's something we're going to see something similar this time.
Yeah, but about USA, they've got a really, really terrible coach, but the team, they've got good players. Let's just say they've got Christian Pulisic.
Yeah.
They've got
LeBron James of soccer, dude.
They've got you sounded so American.
Oh man.
They've got what's his name? Weston McKennie.
Yep.
John Brooks is not going, but they got Matt Turner
and Tyler Adams as well.
Tyler Adams, Brendan Aronson, Matt Turner who just switched to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Josh Sargent, Timothy Weah, who is the son of George Weah.
Yes, but Zach Steffen isn't going.
No, I know.
The City reserve keeper. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's not a City anymore. He's not a City anymore. I think he went to Middlesbrough or something. But he's not at City. But I don't know why Zach Steffen is not going. He should be going. I agree it should be Matt Turner who should start the games, but Zach Steffen should definitely go at least.
And I mean, my friend mentioned one thing to me earlier, and I was considering putting Iran third instead of fourth.
Me too. I was considering that as
because he told me that Saudi Arabia are playing Croatia today or something, and they've been playing, and the players are suffering. The Croatian players are suffering from the heat and like passing out on the pitch. I'm not entirely sure if that's true, so don't take my word for it. But if that was the case, I would be more inclined to change my third, fourth places throughout the rest of the predictions. But we can discuss that.
But listen. In the summer, it also gets 30 degrees in Croatia.
True, but
it does everywhere. Nowadays, because of global warming.
That's very true.
We're from Denmark. Denmark is, when people think of Denmark, they think of snow. It never snows in Denmark.
Not anymore.
No,
when was the last time we saw snow? Actually, no, 2021.
Yeah, but that was for 2 days.
Yeah, not even. It was less than 2 days. Yeah,
that was when I was in the hospital. Rest in peace to me.
Oh yeah, is that? Oh, yesterday was
my
guys.
Anniversary.
Round of applause for Peter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to clap because of the audio.
That's fine.
But Peter. He's a warrior because a year ago yesterday was it the day you got admitted or came out?
Admitted.
He was admitted into hospital a year ago today, and he was told that he was around half an hour away, right, from dying. Yeah. He had
pneumonia.
He had pneumonia, and then as soon as he recovered from that, he got COVID, and he was in hospital, and he couldn't play football. He lost all of his strength.
Yeah. I lost 10 kilograms.
I was half an hour away from losing you, man.
Yeah.
I could never have that. But he's here. Bro, and the thing, he wouldn't even let me come visit him in hospital. That was terrible. My voice is probably sounding all squeaky right now. That's not good. But we're glad to have you here, boss. We're glad to have you here. All the people on Spotify and YouTube, they're happy to have you
What were we talking about?
The heat in Croatia.
The heat, yeah. It gets 30 degrees here as well. We were at the North Harbour in the summer.
Yeah.
that was like 28, 29 degrees.
Yeah,
and that's
that's
standard
true.
weather sometimes in Denmark.
Yeah.
So my
And I guess
argument is
it's been in Brazil and South Africa, so people.
it's been in
It's
Africa. Yeah.
When I think about it, my point doesn't really stand,
Yeah.
but
It was
it's
not
still
your
something
point,
to
yeah,
consider.
but it wasn't your
yeah,
point.
it's still something to
Yeah.
keep in the back of your mind. But
Let's
yeah.
move over
Group
to
C.
Group C.
All right.
Argentina number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually gone with Mexico number 2.
Mhm.
Because obviously Poland number 3, Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia 4th. Because I think that Mexico, they've got a better all-round squad than Poland have, and obviously their keeper turns into prime Casillas, Neuer, Buffon,
I can't wait
at
for
every
him.
single World Cup.
Oh, man.
But no, Mexico have got a better overall squad. Poland
Yeah.
have got the better player, Robert Lewandowski, as they call him. But he's not really got the players around him other than Zielinski from Napoli.
And Chesney in that.
Chesney,
And
yeah.
Matty Cash.
Him as well, but I don't think that they're gonna provide him.
They have some half decent players, but
Yeah,
I mean, I've gone with the exact same as you. I was in the lounge today deliberating whether to change that or not.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Yeah,
it is really those Argentina first.
Mhm.
We hope so for sure.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, no
last.
brainer. 9
Yeah.
points for Argentina at the first place.
Yeah.
And then Mexico. Yeah, I got Mexico as well, and then Poland and Saudi Arabia.
For the
You
same
explained
reason
it.
as me.
Yeah, Mexico have a better squad.
Yeah,
and
all
they
around.
have all round, and then they have good players as well. They have Lozano. They have that
Vela.
yeah, Carlos Vela. They have Chicharito,
Chicharito.
and they have that Guardado guy in midfield as well. I think he's half decent.
He's very old. He's 37.
Okay,
But
right,
he's
yeah.
good.
I know him
plays
from
for
FIFA.
he plays for Real Betis.
Yeah, I knew that. And then Poland, yeah, they got Lewandowski.
They've got another central midfielder, Edson Alvarez from Ajax.
Very true.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. Isn't he Argentinian?
No, that's Lisandro Martinez. Martins.
My ball knowledge.
I
is
hate
shocking.
when I'm speaking English because I have to say Martinez, although I know it's Martinez.
Yeah,
I
can say it
like
You can
that.
say it. You can say
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna say it the real way. I don't
Yeah.
want to do the English accents.
Alright.
When I'm gonna say Mane, I'm not gonna say Mane. I'm gonna say it Mane. Because that is how you say it.
Sadio Mane.
Main, yeah.
Sadio Mane, the best player in the world.
Group.
Oh, I'm gonna get.
Let-
That's
let-
gonna
let-
get clipped,
Let's
isn't it?
let's go to our group now.
Okay.
We got the Group D, which consists of Australia, Tunisia,
Yeah.
France, Denmark.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start?
I think we're in agreement here, so.
I think so too.
Oh wait, no, because I know what you've done here. All right,
Yeah,
go on,
I've
go on.
done it, I've
Tell,
done
but
it.
tell them.
Number 1, Denmark,
Okay,
obviously.
yeah.
I mean, they beat France in the Nations League twice.
Yeah.
And they drew them last time in the World Cup 0-0.
Mhm.
Second place,
Oh.
and I'm going to say it with an accent, Australia.
Australia, mate.
Australia,
There's
second
some
place.
shrimps on the barbie, mate.
Australia. Because
Oh man.
there is this thing which has been
France.
going around in the world the past 12 years called the World Cup curse.
Mhm.
I think it's 12 years, where the team that wins the World Cup, they get either battered in the group stages or they just have a terrible World Cup.
Mhm.
And I could see Australia beating France 1-0.
No, I mean that did happen. Spain won in 2010, got knocked out in 2014.
Germany
won in 14, got knocked out in 18.
And now it's time for France.
Yeah.
It has happened beforehand. Brazil, I don't think they got knocked out after winning in 2002, but I do believe that France got knocked out in the 2010 World Cup, or it was when they won it in 98 or something like that. They got knocked out the next World Cup in the group stages.
Okay.
Something like that.
So it's a recurring theme.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But again, having said that, the World Cup only happens once every 4th year, so there's only been like 5 competitions since the 90s.
Yeah,
You know?
that's also very true.
Yeah.
I do have a slight difference of opinion here.
of
I have got
course.
Denmark first
Yeah.
for the same reasons that Peter said. And just in general, Denmark have a really, really strong squad this season. If
Yeah.
you look at the Danish players in their respective teams and leagues, they're playing really, really well.
They are.
Especially Eriksen is firing again.
He just scored for
And
United.
Yeah, so I'm happy to see him up and running again. I think the whole world is. And then I do have France second place.
Yeah, of
I do
course,
think
yeah.
I do think that squad is too strong to lose to
The
Australia.
thing is
and Tunisia.
that Christopher Nkunku got injured today.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
But still, and their team, they've got the Ballon d'Or winner.
But they don't have any midfielders though.
That's a good point. But I think in terms of being Australia and Tunisia, I think they can do that. I think from the next round onwards, it could be an issue for them because they don't have a prime Kante, and is Pogba selected?
No, he's injured.
Oh
Surgery.
Yeah.
But let me say this: if Australia they had Tim Cahill,
Oh yeah,
They
long
would
day.
beat- they would
They'll
beat
be first
France.
place.
Yeah.
The World Cup winners.
Yeah.
10K legend. But anyway, let's go into Group
Yeah.
E. Go on then.
Germany, Spain, Costa Rica, Japan.
Oh, Peter, you've had a stink.
no, that's not my.
Oh, okay.
I don't have Costa
okay.
Rica above Japan.
I was about
But
to
I
say.
do have Germany in first,
Okay.
and I do have Spain second. I have Japan third, and I have Costa Rica with 0 points.
All right. So I have the same as you. Just I have Spain first.
Yeah, that's fine.
When I think about it, it's very very close. But simply because Spain have a good young squad. They have
But they
some players
have
on
one
form.
of the for one of the biggest nations. They have the worst team on paper, but I think that the way they play together, they are gonna go very far.
And I mean, simply put, it's Spain, and they got Pedri,
Yeah,
they
they
got
are gonna
Gavi,
go
they got
very
Fati,
far.
Torres. They got all these young talents,
Yeah.
and I'm really looking forward to see Spain at the World Cup. And they impressed a lot at the Euros. And Morata, is he selected?
No.
Oh man, he's always a goat in
Wait,
these
I don't
tournaments.
think he is. I don't know if he is.
Let us know. Let us know in the comments if he's selected.
Gerard Moreno is not selected. I know that he should be.
That's shocking. That.
Yeah,
Who they got as strikers then?
I mean, when they won in 2010, they didn't play with a striker.
Morata. 2010. Sorry,
Yeah,
David Villa.
Yeah, but he got injured in the World Cup. I think Torres as well. I mean, they played some of the games like 5 midfielders, so they played 4 and then a midfielder up top.
What,
as well.
Iniesta as a centre forward?
No, anyone. I think it was David Silva.
Okay.
They passed the ball around, getting 90% possession in a game, and then just scoring 1 goal, and that's it.
I mean, first and second place is a no-brainer in this one. Obviously, you could say that.
I think Japan have
well.
have a chance to go through.
I mean, Germany got knocked out last time, obviously because of the World Cup curse, and that was at the hands of South Korea.
Or Japan.
And we saw Japan nearly knock out Belgium in the 2018 one, where they went 2-0 up and then lost 3-2. Japan do have a good team. They are a good footballing nation, but Spain and Germany at this current time in football, those two countries are playing. They have players who are playing really, really well and doing well in their respective leagues. I can't see this, especially mid-season now that players are on form, they're firing, they're in football mood. I don't think there's going to be any.
Me too.
Any
I'm just very worried for injuries throughout, and this goes for every team. Injuries, because they haven't really gotten a break. I mean, players are playing today.
Yeah.
You know, Messi is playing in what, 30 minutes or something like that.
For PSG?
No, for the Argentina against United Arab Emirates.
As a friendly.
As a friendly, yeah. So they're playing all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And as you just said, Croatia are playing right now, so they're getting no breaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go over to Group F,
Yep.
which is you're gonna hate what I'm gonna say, because I have trashed Belgium before because they've never. People are saying that they had a golden generation, but they've never had anything to show for it. Not even a bronze medal. I have Croatia.
They do have a bronze medal.
They do.
In the Euros.
Okay, they still don't have a silver or gold, which people would expect.
Yeah.
Croatia first, and I've got the cold people from Canada second.
Wow.
My guys from Canada.
Wow.
Now I got Belgium third and Morocco fourth.
Oh wow.
I could go Belgium first and Croatia third, but Canada, they're going through.
I've got Croatia in first place.
Yeah.
I've got Morocco in third place.
Oh, third. I thought it's the second.
And then in second place.
Yeah. You've got Canada fourth.
I've got Belgium.
Why Canada fourth? Is it because that they are snowy?
No,
merchants?
it's got nothing to do with that. I think Croatia will win the group simply because of their pure class and quality in the squad.
They've got a lot of old players.
Yeah, but they're still quality, and
True.
we're talking about group stages here, right? So
yeah.
And then Belgium, when you have Kevin De Bruyne in your team, you're gonna do well. Lukaku always plays well on the international stage, and on paper, obviously they have one of the best keepers in the world as well. They have good all round players. No one else that really stands out other than obviously Hazard. But I'm interested to see what he does after being out for a while. You never know. But Morocco, I feel like they're going to be one of the dark horses in this group stage, and they could potentially sneak into that second place spot. I have no reason why, other than the fact that when I watched them during the African Cup of Nations, even though they they got to the semis, right? Semis or quarters, I don't remember. They got knocked out early for their standards. I still think that they're going to do well. And then Canada, simply, I just don't think they have enough quality in their squad.
I'm banging Canada.
I love Alphonso Davies. He's my guy. I love him so much.
Jonathan Osorio.
Is he going to play striker, Davis, do you think?
No, winger, obviously.
Winger, okay.
They got Jonathan Osorio, Lucas Cavallini.
No clue who that is.
Mark Anthony Kaye.
Who is that?
He just got the 85 rated card in FIFA, Mark Anthony.
Oh, I know Buchanan. He's a mental super sub, Buchanan.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
the guy that plays for Bruges.
I made him.
You made him.
Can I announce the FIFA series now? No, I completed his card in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
Is that
okay? I'll do it. So basically, Peter and I have been discussing. Peter recording some FIFA videos for the Football Zone. I haven't decided if I'm going to let him or not. But
Let-
how about this?
let
They're
me
gonna
explain.
decide. They're gonna decide.
Okay.
You guys decide. Let us know. The two viewers that we have. You guys are gonna let us know in the comments.
But
if
let
you
me
want them to
explain
do-
the concept
Go on
first.
quickly. Go on.
Right,
Ad break.
so-
Ad break.
Yeah, so basically, actually, Castro already did this, but I had the idea before. I wanted to, because since it's the World Cup, I wanted to make teams based around each nation. Not each nation, because I'm gonna make a France team, I need 18 million coins.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna happen. But
okay.
I have almost got a full USA team,
USS.
a full
USSR.
a full Japan team and a full South Korea team, and obviously I can get other teams as well.
Well, the World Cup mode players.
No. They're the best players from each nation.
Oh wow.
So for South Korea, they've got a lot of good players. Son, Jisung Park, Kim Min Jae.
Yeah.
He's got the 85 now,
Yeah.
and they've got the two.
And he's really underpriced.
Yeah, and they've got the two dynamic duo players as
Alright,
well. South
yeah,
Korea,
yeah.
And Japan have got Kagawa, his flashback card 85. They've also got one of the Path to Glory that you can make for the swaps.
Yeah.
And then they've got Nakata hero.
Mhm.
They've also got a lot of players. Obviously, USA have got Clint Dempsey, Donovan, got a lot of good players as well. And Carter Vickers, who received the 84
Who's
for
that? Who carded the what?
Carter Vickers. He plays for Celtic.
Oh, okay.
When you reach level 15,
Mhm.
so you can pick that card.
Alright.
So if you guys just want to see a FIFA series based around the best players from each nation, let us know, because
Yeah.
I really want to do it.
So 1 million likes and he'll do it.
No, but
1 million likes.
leave a comment down below if you want to see like the best USA team, the best MLS team. I'm gonna make that too. We got Higuain, Insigne, everyone.
Yeah.
With their
Alright.
87s, 88s.
We'll take your guys' opinion on
Yeah.
that. You guys can be the final
Group G, we gotta
voters for
hurry
that.
up a little bit. Group G,
Group G.
I'm going Brazil
G.
first, Cameroon second, Serbia third, Switzerland fourth. I could go Serbia second
Okay.
as well.
I've got Brazil, Serbia, Cameroon, Shao Rotoshaw, and Switzerland.
Not from
Actually,
Cameroon.
no. Oh, you don't know the reference.
No.
When he hit the crossbar, it's like, shout out to my brothers back in Cameroon.
No. Oh, I've seen that.
Come
yeah,
on,
I
man.
actually have.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to shout out Yazan. I owe him that one. Saudi Arabia. Show love. So, yeah, sorry about that. But, yeah, go back to Group G.
Yeah,
So, Brazil, obviously, no-brainer.
Yeah.
They're winning the group. Serbia, they have Vlahovic and Mitrovic. I don't see how a strike force like that isn't going to
Milinkovic
finish.
Savic as well.
Milinkovic, Savic,
Yeah.
and yeah, better not get this wrong. Skriniar and Handanovic are not from
No,
Serbia,
no.
all right. And then Cameroon, they've got the best centre back in the world, Joel Matip. He's the GOAT. Otherwise, I don't really think they have.
Yeah.
Is Zambo? No, Zambo
Uh,
Giza's from Zambia.
No, he is
Zambia.
from Cameroon.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, and Andre Onana, but
Okay.
they don't have that like striker like
Yeah.
Vlahovic and
Yeah, exactly.
Mitrovic.
And-
I agree with you. I can move Serbia, but these are my predictions right now.
Okay.
I have made them. I cannot change them.
Yeah, true.
Group H, I've
And,
got.
yeah.
Should we just go with that
Yeah,
one?
go for that.
Uruguay, I've got them number 1.
Okay.
Got Portugal second.
Mm.
South Korea third. I could see South Korea make it out the group,
Mhm.
and not Iran. Sorry, Ghana fourth.
Okay. There's no way in hell Korea are getting out of the group. There's
Why
no
not?
way. There's no way because Portugal, for me, are winning the group.
Right.
Their squad is just too strong. They have the likes of Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Leao, Bernardo Silva, Nuno Mendes, Pepe even, and he's always good. They've got a good keeper. I just don't see any way for them not to win their group. Obviously, Uruguay have Luis Suarez, Darwin Noodles, and who else have they got?
Araujo.
Araujo, he's good, and he's back, isn't he? He made a
Yeah.
miracle recovery.
And Fat Valverde.
Oh yeah,
I-
rat.
No, I call him Fat Valverde because his name is Fede, and Fede in Danish means
Fat.
Fat.
And he's
So
also a rat. Not to try and sound cool or funny or anything. He's a rat, just like Ryan.
he actually looks like a rat.
Yeah, Ryan the rat. Anyway, Uruguay for me,
Okay.
they're coming second because Portugal's squad is simply too strong.
Let's move to the knockouts. We got almost
This is
the same
where it gets
teams
spicy.
making
This is
it.
where it gets spicy.
So my first one is Senegal versus USA. I've
Never
got
set my prime.
what?
I'm gonna set my
Yeah, I've got Senegal USA. I've got Senegal to go through.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with my whole round of 16. Then you
Okay.
can go with yours, right?
Okay.
I've got Argentina, Australia. I've got Argentina to go through.
Wait, how do you have Argentina? Okay, because you put Australia second. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, go on.
I've got Germany, Canada. I've got Germany to go through. Brazil, Portugal. Brazil are winning that one. England, Netherlands. I've gone with England. Denmark, Mexico. I've gone with Denmark. Spain, Croatia. I'm gonna go with Spain.
Mhm.
Uruguay, Cameroon. I'm gonna go Uruguay.
Okay. So we'll talk about that in a second.
Mm.
So I've got my first one as Netherlands, USA. Netherlands go through. Argentina, France. Argentina go through. Spain, Belgium. Spain go through. Brazil, Uruguay. Brazil go through. England, Senegal. England go through. Denmark, Mexico. Mexico go through. I'm kidding. Denmark go through.
I know you're kidding.
And Croatia, Germany. Croatia go through.
Where are Argentina?
They beat France.
Oh yeah.
And then Portugal, Serbia.
I meant Portugal.
Portugal go through.
Yeah.
Portugal go through. Brazil, Uruguay in my bracket. Obviously now our group stages were slightly different, so our knockouts are going to be different. But based on mine, Brazil and Uruguay, people are bigging up Brazil for a squad that isn't exactly the best.
They've got a terrible defense.
And a midfield. Like they have Casemiro who's good and Lucas Paqueta. Who else?
Fred. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. They have Fred.
That's but we should make a wish for Brazil.
Yeah, they have.
They can import some next Argentinian and make him Brazilian.
They have him. So,
and then obviously they got Vinny, they got Neymar, they got Jesus, they got Richarlison, they got Everton, they got all of these guys.
Everton.
But Uruguay, for me, I'm gonna say this a lot. I think they could be a dark horse in this tournament.
Yeah.
Simply because they've got Fede Valverde, they got Nunez, they got Araujo. They got some good players, and Uruguay, they're a strong country. You know, they did well in the 2018 World Cup.
They've always done well in the World Cup.
And Cavani, how could I forget him?
No, but I don't think he's going, is he?
Really?
He plays for Valencia right now. He's washed a little bit now.
Oh wow! I still think he would be selected as a veteran.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
I don't think there's really any other questions in here, to be honest, other than obviously Argentina, France. We talked about the curse, so there's nothing really.
I don't have any. I feel like none of mine are questionable. Yeah. The most questionable is that I put Brazil to beat Portugal, but that's not that questionable after all, because it's kind of like 50-50, you know.
But Spain, Belgium deserved to beat Italy in the Euros, in my opinion. They played really well in the Euros, and obviously you said of the top teams, Spain do have the worst team on paper.
Yeah. We need to hurry up a little bit, though.
Do we?
Yeah, we need to talk about this one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Ronaldo. Should we just go on?
Okay, yeah, go on.
All right, Senegal, Argentina. I've got Argentina to go through. Germany, Brazil. I've got Brazil, and not another 7-1. England, Denmark. I am gonna go with Denmark this time because they should have won against England in the Euros.
Nope, disagree.
We're not gonna talk about it though.
Disagree.
It doesn't matter. Spain versus Uruguay. I've got Spain.
Shocking.
No discussion. Just say yours.
Okay.
No discussion.
Argentina to beat Netherlands.
Good.
Brazil to beat Spain.
Good. Well.
England to brock Denmark. Not having any of those allegations.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a Denmark midnight.
Okay.
And then Portugal to beat Croatia.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I've got my semifinals: Argentina v Brazil, Denmark v Spain. Argentina are gonna beat Brazil, and Spain are gonna beat Denmark. So we have a final of Argentina versus Spain. And it's not because that I think that Spain is the best team. I just think they have an easy path. They're gonna beat Croatia, Uruguay, and Denmark, and then they're in the final.
Yeah.
So not really that difficult of a path, considering Argentina have to beat Brazil, maybe even France if they finish second in their group, right?
Yeah.
Your semifinals.
So in my semifinals, I have Argentina versus Brazil, and I have England versus Portugal.
And let me predict this: England are gonna beat Portugal, and Argentina are gonna beat Brazil.
So
and England are gonna win the World Cup.
So then England are gonna win the World Cup.
And
no. So listen, please let me qualify this, please. So people are gonna say that I'm deluded for saying England are gonna win the World Cup, and I agree with you. But let me be, okay? Obviously, when people ask me, be objective about this, who's going to win the World Cup? Yeah. Argentina are going to win the World Cup. But for the sake of my own mental health, England are going to win the World Cup until we get knocked out on penalties or something, or Maguire slips or something, I don't know. But one thing is, England having them in the final isn't that unrealistic, simply because they have Denmark to beat in one knockout round. Then they have Senegal, then Denmark, and then Portugal is a difficult one. But if you're in the semi-finals of the World Cup with that squad, you can beat Portugal. And then obviously in the final, it's a one-off game. You never know. Someone could break Messi's leg.
Everything is a one-off game, you know? And that's why that this is so unpredictable. Mm-hmm. These predictions, they don't mean anything.
Yeah.
They don't.
I forgot to predict the Golden Boot. And
me too. I didn't do that.
Should we just do it quickly off the top of the head? Golden Boot.
That's also so difficult because it could literally be Mitrovic. If they make it past the group stages, it could easily be.
Okay, based on this.
All right.
Wait,
I've got Argentina to win the World Cup. By the way. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Argentina beating Spain.
We know.
Yeah,
we know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you think's gonna win the Golden Boot?
Oh, Neymar maybe. He's in the semis for me.
Okay, Maguire for me. No, I'm kidding. I would have to say Messi.
Yeah.
Messi.
I don't think he will. He's not scored a goal in the knockout stages of the World Cup. I hate that stat because everyone says it, and I'm like, neither has Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So what is your point?
Yeah.
What's your point? Ronaldo hasn't either. So what's your
Yeah.
point? Like
For me, Messi wins MVP, assist,
MVP,
and Golden Boot. He wins all three.
I think he'll win Player of the Tournament. I don't think he will get the Golden Boot.
Actually, you know what? Golden Boot could go to Harry Kane. I can't lie.
Oh, it could.
Because England get so many penalties, and Harry Kane hasn't missed a penalty since the First World War. So
I'm with you. Harry Kane or Neymar? I'm gonna say that.
Neymar. Oh, I didn't even hear you said that.
No, I said that.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Brazil, I have Brazil in the semis.
Yeah.
So
fair
Neymar
enough.
makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. So up and there. Then
Yeah.
Golden Glove.
The winner, I guess, maybe Argentina. I mean, they have Mexico, Poland, Saudi Arabia. I have to take a look at the group.
Jordan Pickford is gonna get the Golden Glove.
I don't think he starts every single game though.
I think he's gonna be the number one. It should be Pope, but I mean, based on the squad numbers, Pickford got number one, Ramsdale got 13,
it's gonna
and
be
then
the
Pope
English.
got 23.
I think it's gonna be the English keeper as well because looking at it, England have got the easiest group stage. I would say.
Yeah.
No, Brazil. No, but
No, they're Serbia.
Yeah, but then again, do they play Ederson or Alisson?
Alisson starts.
Yeah, but they might switch it up for one game, and that one game is gonna cost the Golden Glove. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be either England or Brazil who's gonna win it. It's a team trophy in this case.
Oh yeah, Alisson.
In this case, the Golden Glove is a team trophy and not an individual trophy.
Very true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Let's go back. Let's go to the final topic of today, the Cristiano Ronaldo interview.
This is a tough one, man.
I want to lay down what
this guy
he
has
said.
Notes, man. Okay.
You don't have any notes.
I did a lot of research.
I want to lay down what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things that he said.
Okay.
Some of them I have a problem with. Some of them I condemn him for that. I agree with him. It's good.
So wait, you condemn him for it?
No, I don't. Sorry,
yeah, okay.
I don't condemn him for that.
Okay.
I commend him for that.
Yeah.
That's just switch the D and the M around, and it's
the
other way. All right, I'm gonna start with laying what he said. He said, "I don't respect Ten Hag. If you don't respect me, I don't respect you." Now, first of all, the quote, "If you don't respect me, I don't respect you," it sounds like someone from year 10.
Thank you. I was about to say, it sounds childish.
It sounds like a 15-year-old who's trying to act tough.
Yeah.
And
like one of their teachers just sent them out of the classroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't respect me, I don't respect you.
Yeah.
And this is my big takeaway from all this because Ronaldo is 37 years old. Mm-hmm. He's an adult. Why does he care so much about what other people say? Like, this is not about Ten Hag, but just in general. Why does he care so much about what other people say? He's 37. I asked my dad earlier this year, don't you ever care about what other people say? And he was like, not really. And I was like, why not? And he was like, well, when you hit your 30s, you get to a point where it's just like, you know what is important in life and what's not important in life. And what some random guy thinks is just not important. You just brush that off. And I feel like Ronaldo is 37. He's not 22. He has to learn that. And I agree with what my daddy said. And I was like, that's a very mature way of looking at things. Because when you think like that, you know that you are a grown adult.
That is true. I agree. But on another hand, Ronaldo is in the spotlight. He's one of the most followed people on it.
But so is Messi. I hate when they bring up Messi in this interview.
I didn't bring up Messi.
No, I know. I am. I hate when they do it because it has nothing to do with Messi. But just to compare, Messi is that as well, but he is completely different. Like,
who gets more hate, Messi or Ronaldo? Ronaldo.
That is.
Does he bring it on himself? Yes.
Yeah, he does.
But at the end of the day,
yeah. But
okay. But one thing about Ronaldo that I do agree. Just based on that first quote that he said, he could have just for himself. I'm sort of gonna advocate for Ronaldo throughout the rest of this podcast because I do see his perspective, but just bro, he could have articulated that so much better. Instead of just outright saying if you don't respect me, I don't respect you. He could have articulated it so much better in the sense of trying show his frustration towards Ten Hag. But there was this quote of that Messi had that you sent me, that was like, oh yeah, I was left on the bench.
Can I say
altercation? Yeah, go on, say it.
In 2015, after the winter break, Messi and Luis Enrique had an altercation because Messi was benched for the first game after the winter break, and they had like a really really big argument, Messi and the coach, and after that they were just like they just like made amends really quickly, and there were no bad words thrown around, I guess, but they just made amends, and Messi understood, and it was like it was reported that it was Xavi who like make them like make amends. But after that, they went on to win the treble the very same season. And when Luis Enrique he decided to leave, Messi actually played him. He begged him to stay. It was like he didn't beg him, but he said to him, "I really want you to stay at the club."
Yeah, I mean the thing is with Ronaldo, like I saw a quote from Ferguson that he said back in 2013 that once a player at Man United, once a player thinks he's bigger than the club, he has to leave. Um, Obviously that should be the case anywhere. We've seen it with Mbappe, but I do also. Ronaldo did say that he felt like people wanted him to leave and that he felt betrayed. And I do understand that, and I see that, and I think the club did treat him wrong, and also the players. But I get it from the. See, it's difficult because when someone like Ronaldo, late in his career, when he's not in his prime, comes into the club, brings so much attention. Oh, Ronaldo's here, we're saved, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then everyone thinks, oh, okay, he's here now. He's gonna get all the attention. He's the savior. In the newspaper, if we win a game and he plays 2 minutes, oh, Ronaldo saved United, saved us.
Yeah.
I get it. People are gonna think, all right, okay, we don't want him here. He's toxic for the environment, blah blah. He thinks he's the boss. He's changing everything, and then based on the things he said in the interview, he does think he is.
I have a perspective, and this is from Ten Hag's perspective, all right? And I want to lay this upon you and the viewer, all right? So imagine this, okay? You are Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah.
You just came from Ajax to Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs of all time. We can agree on that.
Yeah.
One of the biggest clubs of all time.
Arguably the biggest club in England.
Yeah. And United have been struggling for a decade. They've not won a trophy in 5 years. You are supposed to be the guy who brings them back to the top, okay? People are preying on your downfall. I was. I can admit to that. I was preying on Ten Hag's downfall. I didn't want him to succeed at United because I think it's fun to laugh at clubs like Arsenal. I thought it was fun. I like Arsenal. I don't have anything against Arsenal. I hope Arsenal win the Premier League. But it was fun to laugh at them, It was, wasn't it? You enjoyed it. You enjoyed laughing at Arsenal when they were 10th.
Oh, this guy.
No, so you're Eric Ten Hag, okay? Your job is to win games, Hakeem. Your job is not to play the players that have the biggest legacy. So the only focus point that you have is to play good football. You don't care about if this guy plays or if he doesn't play.
Yeah.
You need to win games.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Yeah.
You came in to take United back to the top. You have to win games. If Ronaldo doesn't start, if Maguire doesn't start, if De Gea doesn't start, that doesn't matter. You just have to win the games. That's all that matters when you're Ten Hag. Try to look at it from his perspective. Ten Hag is known for playing a style of football. With Ronaldo, he's not able to get the same thing out of his game that he is without him. That's why he plays like Martial, Rashford instead of him, because they are still young and they can still press, and Ronaldo cannot press as much anymore. So that is why that he favors them in certain games. And I think it makes sense from like Ten Hag has never disrespected Ronaldo from a like football point of view or anything, because he simply plays the players that he feels like is best suited in this match.
Yeah.
Ronaldo has played in all competitions 16 games. He is the 11th, and I've got this from Rabona TV. He made a very good video about it yesterday. He's the 11th most played player compared to what's it called? In minutes.
Yeah.
He's the 11th most.
He has 11th most minutes.
In the United squad. So he is in the starting 11 if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
So for people to say that Ronaldo has not been given a chance, that is a lie. But when he has been given that chance as well, he's not really performed, because his XG, his expected goals, is actually at 6, and he's only scored 3 goals in all competitions. So even his XG is significantly worse than that of other players. Rashford, his is 0.02, like minus, but that's that doesn't matter for a striker. You can have a little bit below average XG or a little bit above average. That's good. But if you have like -6 or +6, that's not good, because that means that you were expected to score 6 goals, you only scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
And another quote that he said, that they tried to force him out. I want to know who they are because he said that there are certain people within the club that didn't want him there. But I feel like isn't that the case for every single club? Like he said that there are 2 or 3 people. If you really think about how many people there are in a club, 2 or 3 people, that's nothing. I guess he meant like the
Higher ups.
sports director and stuff like that. And obviously, if you're Ronaldo, you don't want to be in that position. But that really happens at every single club. There are certain players you want to sell. There are certain players you don't want to sell. Right? We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Like, let's take Chelsea. Is there a player that they really wanted to sell? Maybe.
I don't know, but the thing
Werner,
is, right,
maybe?
you're saying all of this stuff, and it's really difficult for me to pick a side because on one hand, Ronaldo is just acting like a really big baby,
He is.
but on the other hand,
Yeah.
as Cristiano Ronaldo, as the player he is, as the things he's achieved in his career, and then based on the way he says he's been treated, and then where some people do agree with that perspective, I can't decide where to be.
That's the
I'm
thing.
really
Because
struggling right
I
now.
want to make a very good comparison.
You know what, you have to convince me.
Okay, I'm gonna make a very good comparison, which again, Rabona TV, Adrian from there, he made this comparison. People were so much against the Super League, right? Why were they against the Super League? Well, because teams like Juventus, Barca, Atletico, AC Milan, they were always going to be in the Super League because of their good past. But they're not playing very good right now.
Yeah.
Crashing out of the Champions League year in, year out, not even finishing top 4 in the league. Barca are, but Juventus and Milan, they were not previous years. So why should they still be in the Super League? Well, it's kind of the same thing with Ronaldo. He's achieved all of this in the past, but he's not performing at the level now. So why should he be in the starting 11 just because of his past legacy when he's not at his standard right now? You see, it's the same thing.
I agree with that,
Yeah.
and I do think it's not so much the fact that Ronaldo is not getting game time that's the
No,
biggest
because he
issue because
is.
obviously, firstly, he, like you said, the statistic, he is getting some game time, but on the other hand, you can't complain about game time in this situation. He can't be doing that because of the reasons you said, that it doesn't fit the system and that there are younger players who are better than him. But I think the disrespect that happened was all the way at the beginning of the season when they could have let him go. And the fact that people say that there was nowhere for him to go is a word that I'm not allowed to say on the podcast because Peter will hit
You can
me.
say BS.
BS, there we go. Because I was listening to a Sky Sports thing and Gary Neville said that you mentioned a few clubs that wanted Ronaldo and they could have let Ronaldo go. And obviously now I'm a bit in two minds about the sporting director thing that you mentioned because I would assume that higher ups would want to keep Ronaldo around. Obviously his wages are high, but he brings in a lot of money. So I do assume that it is profit for the club having Ronaldo around. But I do think they should have let him go. Because clearly this season they could have done without him. Obviously, he scored 18 goals in the Premier League last season, which is not to be slept on at all. I think people give him a lot of disrespect for that season, which is really bad. But they should have let him go. They should have simply let him go, and none of this would have happened.
Yeah, but I agree. Like, we don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes, but I still find it difficult that they were quote unquote trying to force him out. No, but he said that they were trying to force him out.
But he said he felt that, and only a few people would do that.
Yeah, okay. But again, Ronaldo never said like no, but he said they did try to force him out, but he never like if he really wanted to stay, which he says in the interview that he wanted to stay, why didn't he just at the beginning of the season when all these speculations were around, why didn't he just come out and say I'm staying at United? Wouldn't that just be the easiest thing to do?
Because he wanted to go.
But no, but here he says that they tried to force me out and he felt hurt. He felt betrayed because they tried to force him out.
Yeah,
it's
a bit of a double standard.
No,
there.
but yeah, he's saying he wants to stay though because he say I feel betrayed because you don't. I feel like you don't want me.
Yeah, but it's a good way for him to put all the blame on somebody else for that whole saga.
Yeah, probably. I want to say about his daughter in the hospital.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, I understand him. I don't want to say I understand him. None of us understands what he's been going through because we've not lost a son and then like
daughter.
No, he lost his son and then 2 months after his daughter got admitted to hospital. Yeah,
that's what you meant. Okay, yeah.
So none of us has gone through that. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like we understand him, but I understand the frustration that he had when the people at United they didn't believe him, and I do feel very sorry for him. However, I just don't think that it justifies his behavior. For example, at the Rayo Vallecano game in the preseason, he left at halftime. I know other people did it as well, and they're also to be held accountable, but so is he. And the thing that he did against Spurs, where he refused to get subbed on,
Did people get in trouble for that though? Did any of the players get in trouble for that?
they got a warning. He
Okay.
said, Ten Hag said, here we do it as a team. We don't leave before full time. We are a team here, so you don't leave before the game.
Okay.
That's what he said afterwards. So they got a warning, and then Ronaldo, he did it against Spurs, and he also refused to get subbed on.
Yeah.
So I get everything that's happened to him, like on a personal level, but that doesn't justify his behavior off the pitch.
Yeah.
Again, as I've said, and I keep going back to this because I think that it's such an important point to make, but he is 37. Like he's not 22, you know? I feel like that is a very good argument, his age, because what you expect better of a 37-year-old.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And again, I feel very sorry for Ronaldo, everything that he has gone through. Yeah. I just don't think that it justifies his behavior.
Yeah. And you would never see Messi do something like this.
No, but again, I hate when people they compare to Messi because I see neutrals do it, I see Messi fans do it, and I see Ronaldo fans do it. But the thing is, and I know I did it as well in the beginning, but this has nothing to do with Messi. We're talking about Ronaldo.
No, but the reason that they're comparable is because they're the two biggest names in world football.
I know.
And one of them is showing a perfect example of professionalism, and the other one isn't.
I get it, but please just, because that's going to make people think Messi, Ronaldo, blah, blah, blah. So what I really wanted to do...
I see your point.
Just compare him to LeBron James instead, because LeBron James is kind of like Messi in that sense that he doesn't get in much trouble, you know? So just compare him to him instead. I don't care. It's just people that are going to talk about Messi and Ronaldo. And they'll go, well, Messi did this and Messi did that, but it's not about Messi. It's all about Ronaldo right now.
Yeah.
The Glazers, I really do enjoy what he said about them. I've got only one page left, and then this one. I really do enjoy what he said about the Glazers, that they are ruining the club. I feel like other people, I know other people spoke out, but that was not when they were at the club. That was afterwards. I feel like other people from within the club should have spoken out as well before him, but I do give him credit for speaking out against them. I'm just wondering, like, the timing of it all seems so convenient because it is after the last game in the World Cup break now. Why didn't he do all of this last season, you know, when things were going bad? Yeah. And this is my point, because for him last season, things were great. He scored 18 goals in the league. Things were great for him last season. But for the club, they were bad, right? Yeah. He didn't say a word. He didn't say a single word last season, and people that are saying, well, he said something about the pool being stuff, but here he said much more than about the pool. He said the chefs are still the same, although he loves them. Yeah. He said the gym and like just the training facilities and stuff. As well. Yeah, the technology, that's much more than just the pool. But listen, why does he say it now? I know why. Because he's not starting every single game, and he sees that the club has a vision. And he's not in that vision. He's not in the vision. He's not a part of the future. Yeah. That is why he says the stuff that he says now, and he didn't say it last season. If he was a real hero, he would say it when everything still was going good for him. He would say, "Yeah, I'm doing very good, but the Glazers, they're bad, you know." Yeah. And you know the club is being run terrible, and all this the infrastructure. He said that is bad and stuff like that. Why does he say it now?
Yeah, I guess there's this analogy in English that when a baby chucks their dummy out of the pram or chucks their toys out the pram when they're angry or crying, that we see it with the phone incident when he broke the kid's phone, walking off the pitch, leaving at half-time, and now this interview. You've convinced me that he's just being a really, really big baby.
But I think we all kind of knew that, though.
Yeah, but I was a bit on the fence.
Yeah, okay. And one thing that... No, the thing is, though, last season it was really bad. Like, they lost 9-0 to Liverpool on aggregate. And they lost 4-0 to Brighton, 4-2 to Leicester, and 4-1 to Watford. Nothing was said back then. Yeah. Not a single word. But they're winning right now.
Only visible frustration on the pitch,
but they're winning now, Hakeem. They're winning. They beat the league leaders, Arsenal. Yeah. And now all of this is coming out. Yeah. Why? You're doing so good. When you were doing terrible, you didn't say a bad thing.
That's really true.
But it's because he's not a part of the project. That's why he says it. it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. Of course it does. It's genius.
Yeah, but
But
to be fair, now that you also say that he must have a move ready in
yeah, he
January, he
does.
must
He
like
does.
because you can't. There's
Yeah,
no.
he
He's
knows
not. He's
what
not
he's
touching
doing.
grass
He's not
at
playing
Old
it. No,
Trafford
no,
anymore
no.
ever
He
again.
destroyed his legacy.
Yeah.
I will agree with that. He did.
Yeah.
A lot of United fans hate him right now. One quote, which for me is arguably the worst. Wait, I want to touch upon the Wayne Rooney thing first.
Yeah.
That's out of hand, not all right, completely disrespectful to, for me, the biggest United legend of all time. I was a very big Wayne Rooney fan growing up. I had his poster on the wall. I had a shirt, Wayne Rooney. I was a very big fan of his. And what he said about Rooney, like, Rooney gives him valid criticism. He criticizes his behavior off the field, and then Ronaldo goes and talks about his looks. I'm not gonna say that I look better than him, which I do. Come on. Again, I've said this 3 times now, but he's 37. You don't say stuff like that. Come on, man. You have to know better than that.
I thought when he said that, I thought he meant that he looks better than him on the pitch.
No, he meant looks. I'm
Oh.
not gonna say I look better than him, which
But I
is
do.
true. Yeah, he said which is true, and
Yeah.
then he laughed.
Yeah.
You don't
That's
go
not
after
true.
a man's look when you're 37 years old. And
But
the
the
thing,
context was that he said, "I don't know why," because Rooney. This was in retaliation to Rooney criticizing Ronaldo.
no, it was in retaliation to Rooney criticizing when Ronaldo walked off the pitch against Spurs.
Oh, okay.
Rooney said, "I don't know why people like Roy Keane are defending him, because if Roy was there, he would not be having any of it."
Mm.
He like compared it like if Roy Keane was still playing, he would be slapping Ronaldo up in the changing room for doing that.
Yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah,
Well,
and
Ronaldo's a baby.
okay,
Keep going.
no, but
you're doing.
yeah,
You're
but
saying
all
some good
this
stuff.
all this is not to convince people that
Yeah.
Ronaldo is a baby, because I said
Yeah.
the good things that he did as well.
Yeah.
But the quote that I have the biggest problem with is, if you're not even a coach, how are you supposed to be the boss of Manchester United? I'd never even heard of him. I called you as soon as I saw the quote,
Yeah.
and I was dead laughing.
Yeah.
Because you cannot say that. You can't say that.
No,
Like, you
you
cannot.
can't.
You
really
cannot
can't.
say about your old coach that you've never heard of him. Like, okay, you've never heard of him, that's fine, but you don't need to say it.
Yeah.
You really don't. Like, you're shooting yourself in the
I
foot.
can't like the interview was
But
hilarious.
you cannot
to
say
watch.
that. You
Yeah.
just can't absolutely not say that.
Mm.
You're shooting yourself in the foot. It's fine if you never
This
heard
was
of
about
him.
Ragnick, just to
Rangnick,
clarify.
yeah, about Rangnick.
Yeah, not Ten Hag.
Yeah, but you cannot say that. That is that's not something you say. If you've never heard of him, that's fine. Just don't say it out loud. It's not something that the public.
And it was totally irrelevant, totally uncalled for. It's not relevant to the situation. It's not going to help him or help anyone else. It's just shooting, like you said,
Yeah,
shooting himself.
It's
in the
really
foot.
not helping anyone
Yeah.
or making any difference.
It's a pointless comment.
Yeah. And apparently Piers Morgan, which is also, they go well together, Piers Morgan and Ronaldo.
You know, I was really tempted to put here CR7 X Piers Morgan and then put a heart around it.
That would have been good. That would have been good. But on a final note, Piers Morgan also said that today that Ronaldo will make some revelations, or not he will say some things about Messi, which is going to be very spicy. I don't know what that's going to be. I have my predictions, and I'm going to predict that it's going to be that Messi does not deserve his 7 Ballon d'Ors. Well, whether you think he does or don't, that's not up to me. That's on you. But I think that's what Ronaldo he's gonna talk about. We have to screenshot
thumbnail. Allow us
Yeah.
to get the thumbnail. Okay?
Oh, we have to screenshot this.
Yeah.
That's going on
Okay.
Instagram.
Yeah.
But that was my take for the Ronaldo interview, and I think
I can't
that,
lie, you bossed that section.
Yeah, you were
but
on this side of
I'm
the
not
fence
too.
now.
I'm not too close.
Yeah.
Too clued up on the
the
situation.
thing is, I
but-
feel like you're the type of person. Sometimes I can, like, get you on my side, and sometimes you're just too
Stubborn.
Stubborn.
Yeah.
But that's mainly when it's about England.
Yeah. England or Premier League.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I still do. I heard Graham Souness and Gary Neville talking about it, that I still have a little bit of empathy for Ronaldo because of who he is and
I
the
understand
way he
him.
was treated.
Yeah, 100%.
But he's
I understand.
he for a player of his age, of his class, of his caliber, he should conduct himself with a lot more class and professionalism, considering that he is a role model for millions.
And that's a thing that people, they don't get, because the role model factor is a very big factor. Because when Ronaldo left for against Rayo Vallecano, he wasn't the only one who left. And people, they were saying that, well, he wasn't the only one. No, that's true. That's true. He was not the only one. But that doesn't matter. It's about the names that are leaving. It's not about how many players are leaving. It's about who are leaving. Like, is it Hannibal, Mejbri, and Chong, and
Who's that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it those guys?
Yeah.
Or is it Ronaldo? Is it Bruno Fernandes? Is it David De
Bruno
Gea?
Fernandes.
Who is it? It's about the names. It's not about. It is about who leaves. It's not about how many people leaves. And I feel like people, they need to know that, because it is about being a good role model. Because people look up to him.
Yeah.
People look up to Neymar, Suarez, Lewandowski, Messi. Maybe you don't want to look up to Suarez, because who knows what he's got in plans for this World Cup. He's done a lot of things. He's bit Chiellini.
Who's he gonna bite this time?
Yeah. Oh, before we do the outro, I want to say one thing quickly. What he did against Ghana, it was not a robbery. Because everything went as planned. Like he you know what I'm talking about. The handball.
No, I agree with you.
People are saying it's a robbery, but how is it a
The
robbery?
only reason that people put so much negative connotation on the whole thing is because of the fact that it was an African country.
True.
If I would have done the same thing.
Me too.
Peter would have done the same thing. If you're in the World Cup, it was to go to the group stage.
No,
quarterfinals.
It was the quarterfinals.
If you need to stop the ball crossing that line, you're gonna put anything on the line. You put your dead grandmother on that line to block the football.
Yeah.
And
the other guy
they got the penalty and they missed it.
And they missed it. It's
you know, at a stage like that, if you can't keep your head cool and convert from six yards, then that's your own problem.
Yeah.
Obviously, Suarez is a dirty animal for doing that,
but
it's a dirty thing to do.
He's a clever dirty animal. That's what he is. He's a dirty animal, but he's a clever dirty animal.
Yeah.
He's done other things.
That's not a robbery. A robbery is when a robbery would have been if they hadn't got a penalty for that.
Yeah. And Suarez wouldn't have got sent off. Yeah. That would have been a robbery.
Yeah, you saw the clip of him in the tunnel just
celebrating,
watching, and then
and that's fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like that. Yeah, fair enough. You know, you actions have consequences. He got his consequence.
Yeah, penalty and a red card.
Yeah.
And they missed. They hit a crossbar.
Yeah.
Kwadwo Asamoah. I'll never forget that.
Was it him?
Yeah.
He used to play
I'm pretty
for
sure
Juventus,
it was him. He did, yeah.
Anyways, let's wrap this up. It's been almost an hour. I want to say thank you guys very much for watching this episode of the Football Zone. We've got more coming up in the, obviously, each Wednesday.
Yeah. Obviously, I do want to mention one thing, that not next week, not the week after, but the week after that, our set might change because we film in my school, so we might have to move during the holidays. But yeah, share our links from YouTube, from Spotify. We're gonna start running up the TikTok soon, and make sure to like and comment and share with our friends. Like I said, please just share it, man. Share. And if you don't want to watch it, just put it on in the background. Or you know what I recommend? I wanted to put as a description when you're playing FIFA or when you're playing a video game, put us on in the background because we're just here. I wanted our what's the topic. It's like a topic description. I wanted it to be background FIFA sound or something like that. So yeah, make sure to show us some love. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the
one other thing.
Quickly.
We might be having some interesting guests coming on soon. Some big names, some big Danish names, some big international names. So take your guesses. If you know me, you probably know who it is. If you know some of my friends, if you know where I get a haircut, you might know who it is.
You've not even told me if there were any news to this, but there is. All right. He's gonna tell me afterwards.
Maybe
you'll hear about it in future episodes.
And make sure to comment down below what you want to see in future episodes. I keep starring, man.
Yeah.
I need to practice.
All right. We'll see you in the next one.